Alright, go to your room so I can film my video.
Oh,
I'm gonna put that in the bloopers.
Alright, Mom.
Where you going?
Huh?
To your room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get my supplies.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 4 of Confessions of an Etsy Shop Owner. So, as you guys know, your girl fell ill about a week ago. I've been sick for like a week, but I'm in the tail end of the sickness, which was an upper respiratory infection of some sort. So anyway, my voice is struggling and whatnot, but I still want to go ahead and record this video. So because I ditched the day in the life video, I figured I would need to replace it, obviously, and I wanted to replace it with something that I found extremely helpful. So today we're going to be talking about how much money I have invested into the business or into the shop since opening. We'll actually even touch on, again, how much I invested before opening, and we will also be covering the revenue and all of the fees that I have paid, and then we'll basically talk about my actual profit. So if you're interested in hearing about that, then please keep watching. I shared with you guys before, but I'll share it with you again, the startup costs. And so the startup cost figure, the figures that I was giving in episode 2 were just like a roundabout figure. I actually have the actual amount here right now because I went and pulled receipts and went and actually put some time and energy into bringing you guys the most accurate information that I could. Plus, I really needed to do that in order to calculate my actual profit. So, as I told you guys before, whenever I ordered paper originally, I ordered 300 sheets, 100 glossy, 100 premium matte, 100 standard matte. That was from Online Labels. That was $136.40. For my silhouette, it was $120, but I didn't calculate fees or taxes or whatever it is that Walmart charged. So that was $138 even. For printer, I did buy a printer, obviously. We covered that already. That was $51.87. For the ink for my original printer and the sticker paper that I bought to fool around with from Office Depot, $59.39, and then the mailers and the bags were $89.22. And originally I bought 100 large mailers, 100 of the smaller mailers, 200 of the small poly bags, and 100 of the larger poly bags. So $89.22. So if you add all of that up, you get $474.88 for the startup cost. So this was the money that I had to pay out of pocket in order to get started with my Etsy shop. So moving on to how much I have spent since opening the shop. On paper, and when I say paper, I talk about sticker paper. Although I did mention, did I mention paper before just now? No. When I say paper, yes I did. I said the Online Labels paper, and then I said the ink and paper from Office Depot. That was sticker paper. So I'll make sure to differentiate between sticker paper and copy paper whenever we're talking about these next numbers. So for sticker paper, since opening, I have spent an additional $483.78 on paper. And basically, that is me ordering paper every week. I order 200 sheets pretty much every week. For ink, I have spent $309.65 on ink since opening. For mailers, I have spent $113.34. Basically, that is, I think I bought 2 packages of the larger mailers because those go more quickly, because that's what I put my kits inside of. And then I bought 1 box of the smaller mailers. For bags, the poly bags, same thing. I have bought 2 packages of the larger poly bags and then a package of the smaller poly bags. For blades, I have purchased a ratchet blade, which I've never used, and I purchased 3 auto blades. And I just feel my voice cracking, but we're going to get through this. I am on my 2nd blade, so I've not used the other 2 blades that I bought. So as of right now, which I opened Saturday, November the 20th, and today is actually, no, I lied. I opened Saturday, November the 10th. Today is actually Thursday, December the 30th. So almost 6 weeks in, I'm on my second blade. So I've used 2 blades in 6 weeks. For mats, I went ahead and bought 2 additional mats because I didn't want to ever like need one and not have one because I've damaged my other one or something like that. So I went ahead and bought those even though I didn't really need them. So $21.50 for the mats. For copy paper, originally I was using copy paper, you know, regular printer paper that I had lying around to print the shipping slips, the packaging slips. But eventually I ran out, so I ran to CVS to buy some copy paper. I bought 500 sheets of paper for $8.65, which was a lot of money, but I didn't feel like driving past CVS. And then that's it. So altogether, since opening, I have spent $995.20 on supplies. And those are all pretty much things that are kind of imperative. Now, granted, I haven't needed the additional mats or really some of those blades, but I do, you know, eventually I am going to need those. So I would consider all of these to be like, you know, me not just wasting money. They've all been pretty thought out purchases. So again, that's $995.20. If we add in the startup cost, $474.88, then we get $1,470.08. $1,470.08 spent on supplies and things of the sort since opening the shop. Not since opening the shop, since being in business, if you will. So again, we talked about the startup costs and then the cost for everything that I have spent, or the cost of all of the supplies since opening. So altogether, $1,470.08. Now, let's talk about revenue. So there's a certain amount of money that has crossed my Etsy account. And that is the sum of all sales, which we call revenue, or which Etsy calls revenue. So my revenue is $4,640.51. I'm recording this video December the 20th at 5:56 p.m. This is accurate as of right at this second. $4,640.51. So the revenue of $4,640.51 sounds real good and everything, but that number quickly decreases because there's a lot of stuff that goes into this Etsy thing. So I have spent $157.20 on listing fees, aka I have paid Etsy $157.20 to list my items. I have paid $242.57 in transaction fees. And for shipping, I've paid $727.91. That includes the shipping fee that I pay and the shipping labels. So that sounds like a whole lot, but don't fret. You guys pay me for shipping, and then I actually go ahead and pay for the shipping. So let's say you buy a 2-page kit for $14 and you pay the flat rate of shipping, which is $3.50. $17.50 comes to me. Then they snatch their listing fee, they snatch their transaction fee, and then whenever I go to buy shipping from them, they snatch their shipping fee. That's pretty much how that works. So, moving on to the amount that we get once we subtract all of that. We get $3,512.83, and that is how much I have actually been paid. That is how much has crossed my actual bank account. $3,512.83. However, while that all sounds good and well and all of that, we can't stop there. We have to go ahead and calculate the price of the products. So, if we go ahead and add in the startup costs, $474.88, or subtract the startup costs, $474.88, and we subtract the the money that I've spent since opening the shop, which was $995.20. Then we get a very low number. It's not too low, but we get $2,042.75. So therefore, that is technically my actual profit. That is how much I've been able to ball out with. That's how much I've been able to spend on whatever I want. That's how much I've been able to spend on things outside of Etsy. $2,042.75. Although I'll tell you that mainly we've just saved that money. We haven't balled out with it. Now, so that's technically my actual profit within the first 6 weeks. So I would consider that to be within really like the first year, because today's the 20th. I'm going out of town for like a week. I don't really see me earning a whole lot of money with me being out of town and all of that. But, you know, technically that is my actual profit, even though, you know, I haven't really balled out with the money. But that is what my actual profit is within my first 6 weeks. So that's pretty much how much money I've been able to, like I said, profit from Etsy, because we do have to go ahead and calculate not only the costs of the product since opening, but also the startup costs. I think that plays a part. Now, obviously that won't always play a part. Like the next 6 weeks, we won't have to consider the startup costs and everything like that. But for the first 6 weeks, I felt that it was important to share with you guys that amount in the actual profit. So that is pretty much it, you guys. That is what I wanted to share with you. I will be going to talk to my CPA next month, or, you know, by February or whenever we get our tax documents, so I can ask him basically about how much I'm going to have to pay for taxes for not only Etsy, but for YouTube as well, like moving forward. Should I be paying for taxes quarterly or biannually or annually? I just want to pick his brain about that. The plus side is we actually don't live off of my husband's income. We save all of his income, for which case we don't really have to worry about saving for taxes or anything like that. I mean, we do, but we don't have to like really be real cognizant of it, I guess, because it just naturally takes place, because that's just how we do our budget. One thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if I'll have made enough this year to have to pay money towards taxes for Etsy. I'm assuming no, for which I will basically be able to run off with that $2,042.75 if I don't have to pay taxes. I can't really remember. It doesn't really matter in a grand scheme of things, because I'm about to figure it out in like a month whenever we go talk to our CPA. Plus, I'll have to pay money for all of the other affiliate marketing and for YouTube, which is, I've brought in way more from YouTube than I have from Etsy. So the little bit of money that I may have to pay towards taxes for Etsy is going to, you know, not even really compare to the amount that I'm going to have to pay from all of the other sources of income outside of my full-time job. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to share that with you for episode 4, because I felt like I needed to make it like a good one. I hope that it all makes sense. If it doesn't, no worries, because the next video is going to be a Q&A. So if I have not answered your question in episode 1, 2, 3, or 4, now is the time to go ahead and answer your question. I'm not going to be answering it in the comment section, mainly because that's the whole point of the 5th video or the 5th episode, which is a Q&A. So I'll either go live, for which I'll leave that live up and I will talk about your questions that you leave for me today, or I will just do a Q&A video where I just read off the questions and answer them, and it'll be like a pre-recorded type of situation. So either way, I do plan to answer the questions, because in my head, I feel like I've done a good job bringing you guys a lot of information, but honestly, there's probably tons of stuff that I've forgotten, or I even know that there's stuff that I haven't covered that I don't really plan to cover, because this series actually is going to end next Monday. But I do want to, in the next episode, I will be sharing with you suggestions and recommendations and things that I wish that I knew when I was getting started. So anyways, you guys, my battery is blinking. It's going dead. That's going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and my voice wasn't too annoying, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.